I totally recorded him do that too.
Did you? Are we on then?
Welcome to the Bonsai
Okay.
Movie Crew.
Hi. Welcome to the Bonsai Movie Crew. And I am your host, I guess, for this evening, for the 100th episode. I'm incredibly awkward doing this.
You are extremely awkward.
Welcome to our 100th episode and all that. So, welcome to our movie night.
Round of applause for Karen. Everybody. She did great.
No.
All right. Welcome back. Karen already said it's our 100th episode. So we told you what we were going to do. We're going to do a watch of our first episode, which was A House on Haunted Hill from 1959, right?
Correct.
1959.
I'm looking at my original notes from that very first episode.
Yep. She still got it. That's the original book, isn't
Yep,
it?
that was
Don't say
my
anything,
very
'cause
first
I haven't
book.
seen it yet.
Yeah,
I didn't give
Jeremiah and
anything
Eric
away.
haven't seen it
Yeah,
yet.
this
so.
is their first watch.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. It'll be fun. This is something different. Like I said, I'm not going to do an audio version of it. I mean, I could, but we could.
I guess you could.
I mean, I could always post it, and if people want to listen to it, they can.
You could, yeah.
I'm not going to listen to it. I'd rather watch it.
Yeah, it'd be a weird listen.
It would, yeah.
This is definitely a visual.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Kind of media.
Yeah. So anyway, like I said, 100th episode. Thank you all for sticking around with us and supporting us and all that. Like I said last week, you guys are the rock that we stand on and why we do it. So,
yeah.
Anyway, let's just go ahead and get into our movie here and enjoy ourselves. Feel free to watch it with us or the weird moans. Yeah, the weird moans.
They had to watch the intro a few times while we set up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really surprised I haven't seen it.
Ira.
Take the leg.
That's a good way to enter a movie, though, with like some screams and shit. Just throw some screams at you, and then some loud moaning.
Well, I like. There's
Either
no
that's really
theme-
good sex or a horror movie.
But there's no theme music at all. It's just screaming. You won't see that shit nowadays. You know?
So now it's an orgy, right?
Yeah. Now it definitely is. Is Evolution in the box?
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure I'm definitely here for that fucking movie, because if not, I'm pissed.
Oh, there he is.
The floating head.
Moving tonight, restless, hungry. May I introduce myself?
Please do.
I'm Watson Pritchard.
What?
Maybe
In just a minute,
join.
I'll show you the only really haunted house in the
I
world.
don't think that's a thing, but whatever.
Since it was
Have you ever
built a
seen
century
Casper?
ago,
He just
7
goes right
people,
through it.
including my brother, have been murdered in it. Since then, I've owned the house.
You own
I've
a
only
house?
spent one night there, and when they found me in the morning,
Must be
I
expensive.
was almost dead.
Why did he just hold his mouth open?
Why's he got a floating head?
Is that how you? I mean,
Everybody has a floating head in this movie. Haven't you
Vincent
seen
Price has a
Duh.
floating head now.
I've never seen it.
But this is a thing.
House on
You've never
Haunted
seen this
Hill
before.
tonight
It's
so
a
that my wife
common
can
thing
give
in
a
movies in the
party.
50s.
A haunted house party.
A haunted house party.
She's so amusing.
Can't you tell
So
how
fancy
fancy he is by the mustache?
Fuck yeah.
Ghosts, And
Face
perhaps
man.
even a few murders. You're
Am I
all
the only one that
invited.
looks at that house and goes,
If
that
any of you
that
will
doesn't
spend
even
the
look like
next
a
12
house?
hours in this
No, it
house,
doesn't
I'll
look like a
give
house.
you $10,000.
Yeah, it looks like a
it looks
ho-
like
it
a
looks-
house. It
Oh,
looks
yeah,
like something
extra
you build in
kid
Minecraft.
edition.
A fortress,
No, it's a damn
a
hospital.
fort, a
What, the
hospital.
remake? Didn't the remake that one look
The
like
remake
a
was in an
fucking-
asylum.
Yeah, it was an asylum.
It
It
looked
was
like a
my wife's
skyscraper.
idea to have our
Yeah, it looked
house
like a
built
sky.
in
Yeah,
your
kind of. Yeah.
house. She's so amusing.
Yeah, no, that was
Her
in
sense of
asylum
humor is,
because,
shall we say, original.
Jeffrey Combs.
I dreamed up the
Yeah, he
house.
played the doctor.
It's empty now, but after a night in the house on Haunted Hill.
A good movie.
Who knows?
Okay.
I paid good money to see this.
I paid really good
This
money
man
to see
Schroeder,
this
test pilot,
movie that's out in
no
public
doubt a
domain.
brave man. But don't you think you can be much braver if you're paid for it? And I
Probably.
happen to know that Lance needs the $10,000 I'll give him if he's
$10,000.
brave enough to stay all night. This is Ruth
That was a lot of
Bridges.
money back then.
You've no doubt read her column in the newspapers.
Nowadays,
She
it's a
says
lot
her
of money
reason
to
for
owe,
coming
not
to
very
the
much to
party is
have.
write a feature article on ghosts. She's also desperate for money.
Damn.
Gambles.
Everybody
You've
is in
already
the
met
50s,
Watson.
apparently.
I do like that they
A man living
introduce
in
all
more
these
Right,
guys
desperate for money nowadays.
one at a
risking
time
his
to
life
kind of like give you
spend
like a
another
quick
night
character
here. I wonder
over,
why.
like an over.
Yeah,
you know what I
like
mean?
a little-
Hey, this is this guy. This is this guy. Just so you already. it's just
Instead
an
of
easy
doing
way.
those cheap gimmicks like they use in certain
claims
horror
that
movies,
my
you know, like the
ghost
guy
will help his work
escaped
on
from the
stereo.
asylum and how they do it is some kind of
Don't you
news
see a
brief. You're
little
like,
Yeah.
oh,
touch of greed
look,
there?
Just so
we
you know
interrupt
who
this.
you're. Yeah.
We interrupt this broadcast
It
to
kind
give
of,
you this.
yeah, and it gets rid of all the character development.
Yeah.
You can be like, all right, this is this guy, this is this
I
guy.
picked
He's a
her from the
gambler.
thousands of people who work for me because she needed the 10,000 more than most. Supports her whole family. Isn't she pretty?
Yeah.
I think the real reason you got her
Party's
involved was because
starting now.
isn't she pretty?
Isn't
And
she
you have
pretty?
until midnight to find
She
the
looks like a
house.
I plan to
9-year-old.
have sex with her and then eat her.
She
Question.
looked like a
How-
child.
How long is that winding road?
Vincent
Long enough
Price
for him
has
to get
one
the
of those
character
voices. You're like,
development.
he wants to eat someone. Like, yeah, that looks like a house you'd build in Minecraft for sure. That's a Minecraft house. It's just a bunch of blocks.
And you just got a couple people walking.
So this is a famous house, right? Built by
Yeah.
a famous architect or something like that.
Yeah, it was.
In whatever city it was, and like it like
So
overlooks
which one's Colonel Mustard?
that guy right there with the tie for
Okay.
sure. Nothing about the outside of this house is haunting.
Oh.
Other than the
10,000 in a day would be $122,950.
Yeah, I think we had to,
I mean, other than the closing gate by itself.
but that was probably electric or automatic.
I mean, in the 50s.
With this house, yeah. They call it a haunted house, and like it's so old, but it doesn't look old at all. It looks very modern.
I mean, I'm sure it was pretty modern.
I can't find it. I swear I put that in trivia because it is a famous house.
I thought you did put it in trivia. Yeah, see, look, it overlooks the city.
Oh, there it is. The exterior of the house is the Ennis Brown House in LA. It is a Frank Lloyd Wright house built in 1924 and is listed in the National Register of Historic Places.
1924? So by the time this was filmed, it was only like, what, 35 years old? Yeah.
It's a pretty modern.
But that was only the exterior of the house. The interior was a studio.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Which is stupid though. Like, why would
That's
you use the
because I even made
exterior?
that comment.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
this
we talked
movie,
about
the,
that.
The house
yeah.
doesn't look anything like it should look on the inside.
No, yeah, that's it. Because
The inside looks very old and
it's
dingy.
it's a stupid like interior exterior. It's almost shocking.
Yeah.
It's sort of set up like, you know, that loaded weapon scene where, you know, he's living in like an airstream and then you walk in and it's like this huge palace.
Yeah. See, like this is a completely different aesthetic on the inside than from the outside. I don't even know why they would even choose to use a home like that. Why would
The
they just
angles
go find?
don't even match. Like, that wall shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
Like,
Where is everybody?
It isn't a very warm welcome, is it?
Only the ghosts in this house
Stairs
are
kind
right
of
away.
remind me of that old.
That guy's so depressing.
strangers to each other?
used to watch.
Don't you two know each other?
I'm afraid I don't even know your name.
I'm Nora Manning.
Lance Schroeder.
Oh, they're already
It's
like
Bradley
eyeballing
Gore
each
and a
other.
friend
Like,
of yours.
wonder how big his dick
well,
is.
there's your
Anything
obvious
like that.
setup right
I
there.
work for one of his companies, but I've never seen him.
I've never met the man either. Just a phone call. Do you know him? Then you're
Like,
Everybody else has like
I don't
a full-on 3
Yeah.
or so.
He's
four
like,
seconds.
no.
About renting a
No.
house were done by mail.
He's quite wealthy, isn't he?
millions.
And 5 wives, I believe.
4, I think, so far.
About to have
$50,000
five.
party for only 5.
She's looking at it like, I'm gonna fuck that guy.
Yeah, I'm about to be the fifth.
Yeah.
Well, if I were going to haunt anybody, this would certainly be the house I'd do it in.
Oh God. The door's shut.
Not the slamming
closed the door?
door. Must have been.
That's why the chandelier is moved.
I thought it felt a bit drafty.
This thing's made of solid steel.
It didn't shut like it. Didn't sound like it whenever it shut. Oh, whatever. You didn't know that was gonna fall.
Unless he was in on it. Dun, dun, dun.
With the candles.
Oh, he looks incredibly worried.
Yes, yes.
He looked so worried at the top of the steps. By the time he turned the corner, he didn't have that. Yes, yes.
They're falling right into my plan. Yeah.
Annabelle,
Yeah.
our guests are here, unfortunately still alive. Is your face on yet?
Dust and dirt everywhere, and the water barely trickles. Couldn't you have had the place clean?
Atmosphere, darling. You know how ghosts are. They never tidy up. And that's a very fetching outfit, but hardly suitable for a party.
I'm not going to the party.
The spend the night ghost party was your idea, remember? Since it's going to cost me $50,000, I want you to have fun.
The party was my idea until you invited all the guests. Why all these strangers? Why none of our friends?
Friends? Do we have any friends?
No, your jealousy took care of that.
I had a reason for inviting
Well, you
each
sound like a
guest.
hoe.
I wanted
You're probably trying to
direct
fuck all of
section.
his friends.
From psychiatrist to typist, and from drunk to jet pilot. They share one thing. They
I
all
feel like
need
Vincent
money.
Price is looking right into our souls right
That's
now.
why
Well,
you're
let's see if
wife
they're brave
number
enough
4.
to earn it.
And you call this a party?
You know who she looks
Could
like?
be.
That girl from Game of Thrones.
Which
The
one?
one who plays Sansa.
Why do you always do that? It spoils the champagne.
It might explode.
The
Never
redhead.
No, she doesn't.
I think she does.
Would you guarantee that?
That's who she looks like. The nose,
That
the
isn't
square
funny,
face.
Frederick.
That's who
Make
she
a
looks
good
like.
headline. Playboy kills wife with champagne cork.
If you can do it, I'll give you $50.
Will you join me?
No, thank you.
Just a sip might improve your humor.
My humor is fine, thanks. And I haven't poisoned it.
It's always good to know that. Have some. You'll enjoy the party more. Go on.
You can tell they love each other.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the same dynamic played out in the remake.
Oh, for sure.
They're
Oh,
trying
way
to
worse,
protect
though.
you.
Like, their relationship
Oh,
was
for
terrible.
sure. But this was the 50s version
Yeah,
of that.
they-
My wives
yeah.
are the least agreeable.
If they could have gotten away with it, there would have been a lot of the same.
Would you go away for $1 million and tax-free? You want it all, don't you?
I deserve it all.
Whatever.
Your jealousy isn't tax-free, and your possessiveness is maddening.
If ever a man had grounds for divorce,
But can't prove them.
the time will come. You'll slip up one of these days,
Think so?
if I live long enough. You remember the fun we had when you poisoned me?
Something you ate, the doctor said.
Yes.
What a great relationship they have. Remember that time you poisoned me? Yeah, you remember that time you stabbed me?
You'd do it again if you thought you could get away with it, wouldn't you?
Darling, what makes you think that?
That you
Something
did it
about you.
once already.
I hear that hanging is very uncomfortable, in case you get any more ideas. Don't let the ghosts and the ghouls disturb you, darling.
Darling, the only ghoul in the house is you.
And don't sit up all night thinking of ways to get rid of me. It makes wrinkles.
Relationship goals.
Yeah, shit, dude.
Oh, shit. Just a random
This
knife
is what
hidden
she
in the low.
used on my brother and her sister. Hacked them to pieces. We found parts of the bodies all over the house. In places you wouldn't think. The funny thing is the heads have
Weird
never been
fucking
found.
place to keep a knife.
Hands and feet and things like that.
And a weird
No heads.
dialogue just out of nowhere.
Not to
Why?
mention, he knew exactly where it was.
With a knife and then, carried away by hysteria, took a swing at him and simply went on from there.
She certainly went on. How many people did she kill, Mr. Pritchard?
Only two. Her husband and her sister. No one else was here.
So there are 2 loose heads just floating around in here somewhere?
You can hear them at night. They whisper to each other and then cry.
Since our host isn't here, would anyone care to mix me a drink?
Certainly. What will you have?
That might be one of the most hilarious scenes I've ever
Good
seen.
evening. I'm your host.
He just
Frederick
comes in
Lawrence.
spouting some shit.
We're
And
all
everybody
You're up
around,
with this knife right here.
and everybody around him is just like,
Mr. Lawrence,
the
okay.
fuck
What is wrong with you,
I
man?
advise you to call this party off now. The ghosts are already moving, and that's a bad sign.
Let me apologize for my wife. She'll join us later. What do you have,
Scotch and
Doctor?
I'll have the same.
Now, before the party begins, let's go over the details. The caretakers will leave at midnight, locking us in here until they come back in the morning. Once the door is locked, there's no way out. The windows have bars that a jail would be proud of.
I really hate her
And
hair.
the only door to the outside locks like a
It
vault.
is ugly as fuck,
No
man.
electricity,
I know it's
No
a
it's a weird
times,
thing.
but-
Like,
No,
like all
I
the
hate
dudes'
your
hair and everything, they're fine.
so no
But,
way
like-
to call for help.
Because dudes don't really change their hair over the
Like a
years.
coffin.
At least not much anyway. But like women, dude, their hairstyles change.
So if any of you decide
drastically
not to stay
so
for the
much,
party,
it's
you must
so
let me know
dumb.
before midnight. Of course, if you leave, I shan't be able to pay you anything.
I'm interested in your
I'm
reason.
doing my
for
hair like
this,
Vincent Price.
from now on.
party.
I wish I could if I had hair.
Aside from pleasant company.
Ghosts, Doctor. I think everyone wonders what they would do if they saw a ghost. And now my wife has given us all the opportunity to find out.
Richard's
Your
face
music,
after he said
Ghosts,
that.
etc. Being only creations of hysteria, your party should be a success.
His potty?
Well, Pritchard here promises us
Does he gotta go
genuine
potty?
Yeah.
Well, just go,
7
man. Well, you
now.
gotta have it. He's having trouble.
Maybe more
He should be
before morning.
successful.
ghosts. That's cheerful.
He hasn't
4
been,
men have been
he
murdered.
hasn't been
in this
cheerful at
house,
all yet. This whole movie.
And 3 women.
You planned your party very well, Mr. Lauren. 4 of us are men, 3 are women. Well, it goes for everybody.
And Pritchard, why don't you take us on a tour through the house and let's see what happens, huh?
Tell us about the ghosts that have happened in.
If you
like,
think
how many
about it,
people
women's
died
hair
in each
really
room.
didn't change. I mean, the people that were in that day of time,
See that stain?
your grandparents,
Blood.
still have that hair.
A young girl was killed here.
Hmm.
And whatever got her wasn't
You know
you.
what I mean?
Don't stand there.
What do you mean? Where?
Oh no, motor oil.
So much blood too. And she just holds her hand there the whole
Yeah.
time, like, ew.
I'll get it. Don't worry.
I don't want it to stain the carpet.
It's too late. They've marked you.
They've marked you.
Ridiculous. Probably.
Well, that must be what it is. Who would want to haunt me?
I would say any self-respecting male ghost.
Hope it doesn't come back.
What the fuck?
Damn, dude. Vincent Price with the burn, dude.
Wasn't there a man who threw his wife into a wine vat or something?
That was in the cellar. There's been a murder almost every place in this house.
So there's only 7 rooms. Not a very big mansion, is it?
No.
And wait, 2 of them died in the same room, so 5? It's a really tiny mansion. I have more rooms in
Now
my
this
house.
room right here drives me
Who
fucking
didn't die
nuts.
here? He
Why?
was
Just how tall the ceilings are. Why are they so tall?
Mr.
Well,
Norton.
Because this is
You
supposed
saw
to be
the
some kind of
outside of the
cellar,
house.
isn't
This matches the outside of the house.
Oh,
This is the
sure
only
does.
part of the place
it? Look,
that
you see
matches.
them 2 block in the back there?
So he filled it
Like,
back
that's
with
the only
acid.
thing about this house that matches the
Threw her in.
outside.
She was supposed to stay down. But the bones came up. It's a funny thing. But none of the murders here were just ordinary. Just shooting or stabbing. They've all been sort of wild, violent, and different.
Look out!
God, she didn't fall in.
Why do I feel like
You
he
mean
tried
there's
to
still
push her
acid
in?
in there?
Oh, he did. He
Look out!
grabbed her.
Like he like pushed her like, look out! Look, I'm the hero now.
She'll definitely sleep with me now. Ugh.
Still acid.
Yum.
Destroys everything with hair and flesh.
All but milk.
Just leaves the bones.
That's convincing.
For 1959, I bet it was.
My, dry and dusty
It's
down
real.
here.
Well, there's a cure for that upstairs.
Come on.
I was like, here for that upstairs.
Not perturbed by that at all.
Oh, he's trying to get his noodle wet already.
How'd you get invited to this party?
Hey, mama.
None of your business.
No, please. I won't rape you. I promise.
I mean, what'd he tell you?
He told me there'd be a handsome man here.
Mr. Lawrence
Obviously,
said
he lied.
everybody would get $10,000.
But he didn't say anything about being locked in.
No.
He just made a deal with me on the phone, but nothing about having to stay.
Aren't you going to stay?
If I don't, I lose $10,000.
I'm going to stay too. $10,000.
Yeah. You believe in ghosts?
I don't know.
Well, I agree with what that doc says. You can
Oh my
spook
God! You know who
yourself.
she looks like?
I've done it in planes.
Faith.
Things that weren't really there. Or were they? What are you going to do with your $10,000? If we get it.
Nobody knows who,
What do you mean if-
who she is, but
No,
Pay
she
us if we
does
stay?
though.
Ah, sure he will. 10,000 is no more to him than a
Yeah,
nickel.
yeah.
We were in an automobile
She looks
accident.
exactly like her, actually.
Now I'm the only one in the family who can make any money.
Boy, I've never seen so many doors.
You're thinking it, aren't you?
I was thinking about in,
Closet?
Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Another door, another door. When he said I'd never seen so many doors.
Wait, is this the scene?
I think so.
No, it ain't yet, is it?
Bottles.
I think so.
You guys are about to get a kick out of this.
Does it go anywhere? Lance! Lance!
Yeah, it is.
You should have just held on to the door. Oh, it is the scene, isn't it? Oh my God. Oh, why does she walk backwards though? I don't understand.
He explains it all. Give him a minute.
No, he doesn't
Yes, he
explain
does.
why she walks
Shut
backwards.
up. You're giving it all away. Shut up.
It's almost like she
Vincent
went
Price
to,
explains
like
it
she went to
all.
enter the room like, ooh, somebody farted in there. I'm gonna back up from that. She just leaves his ass in the basement like, dude,
Fuck that
peace
guy.
out, you're on your own.
I mean,
Please,
honestly,
Lance is
wouldn't you
gone,
too?
And there's a ghost.
Like, something like shit like
No,
that.
at least she said he's trapped in the basement and there's a ghost. She didn't, you know.
Yeah.
I know he gets up very slowly, like this shit again.
Do I gotta do this?
We'll have to break it down and stop.
Ah,
That lit really easily.
Oh yeah, that lit up the room very
Yeah, that little
quickly.
candle lit the whole room.
You all right?
nothing that money won't cure.
Somebody put ketchup on my forehead.
Just above my head.
The only way you could bump your head in here is to run head on into the wall. You didn't do that, did you?
Ah!
Let's get a bandage on that.
I wonder
what,
why
you?
they didn't kill him.
Would you?
Who?
He didn't bump his head. They hit him.
They?
That guy is the world's best actor, man. Good God.
I think he's the best actor in this movie.
Nora,
I don't know. I
When
think
you
Vincent
came
Price
in, you
does a
said
pretty good
something about
job
a
of playing
ghost.
sarcasm.
There was something.
what did it look like?
Well, it was wearing a black thing that went all the way to the floor.
You mean a dress?
Weren't you a
Or
little frightened
gown?
at the time?
Well, yes.
That, Mr. Lauren, is hysteria.
But then, Doctor, how do you explain what happened to Lance? Was that hysteria, too?
No, that's
You better get that checked in a day or so. Thanks, Doc.
Why is it back in the 50s and that, in the 60s? They always call them just, hey, thanks, Doc. Doc. Never doctor or doctor of whatever their name is.
The ghosts are coming closer, Mr. Lauren.
You really believe in your pet ghost, don't you, Pritchard?
Was the doctor
Before the
on
night's over, you will,
hand?
too.
Because it seemed like they
Would
went
you like
to
a
the
drink,
room
Lance?
and came back
No,
and
thanks.
those dudes
I'd
get
like one.
patched
Dr.
up.
Hand.
Like, nobody called him.
He was the doctor.
He was the doctor. The doctor.
There's a
was-
doctor there.
Yeah, the older fella that came in with the group of people was
Are
the
you
doctor.
really going to pay anyone
okay.
who stays all night?
Certainly. $10,000.
Will there be much red tape or delay?
You in a hurry, dear?
Frankly, yes. Or frantically.
There you are, my dear.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, this is the scene, isn't it?
Well, the second one, we have
Yeah.
a lead up.
This is the better one.
Oh, yeah.
Someone or something was in here when I came in. But where? And if the door was locked, how did it get out? What you saw might have been a ghost, Nora, but what was in here with me was no ghost.
I don't know. I was so scared.
It sound different to you?
You found it.
Yes.
I found the entrance. Now kick it open.
Probably a glory hole or something.
Was that in Porky's?
What?
Was it in Porky's or?
Yeah.
3, 6, 9, 12.
Why are you counting your steps?
12 feet. Three, 6.
Obviously, that's the wall
I'm
from
gonna
the
knock
other
on wall.
side.
When you hear me, you knock on this wall.
Like, why do you have to count your steps to know which wall it is? Just walk in the other room, like, yep, that's the wall.
I think he's trying to determine how much space there is between the two rooms. If
Oh.
there would be enough space, like
Okay.
like if it makes sense for there to be that much space.
And then she floats out. Like, why?
like she's on skates. It's a ghost.
She's like, oh, this is. And then
Wait.
The explanation for it, though.
That's the best part.
Where'd it come from?
From in here.
It was obviously an old woman.
No, it was a ghost. Duh.
What if it ran out of here? I'd have seen it.
Didn't run.
Yes, it doesn't
It
run.
floated.
It
just
floats.
floats.
Yeah, but why didn't I see it?
Because you're blind.
You don't believe me.
How can I?
Fuck you.
Well, you ain't getting laid now. You should have said, yeah, I saw it too. Want to go back to my room?
Another door.
I'm Annabelle Lauren. You must be Miss Manning. I realize this is a very unusual and I'm afraid very dull party. Wouldn't you like to freshen up?
Got any cocaine?
Come to my powder room.
I'd like to powder my nose, please.
I'm sure they have.
This is your room. Depressing, isn't it?
Depressing, isn't
I
it?
doubt if I'll spend much time here. It's going to rain. Perfect atmosphere for my husband's party. Why
There's
did you
bars
come
on the
here?
windows.
He said he'd
Well,
give
of
me
course.
$10,000.
Why did he pick you?
I don't know. My supervisor just came and said I'd been invited.
And you must go.
How long have you known my husband?
I just met him tonight.
So? Why you? What were you doing wandering around by yourself?
Well, I was in the cellar with Lance,
Trying to get laid,
Mr. Schroeder.
but then he made me mad.
I just left, that's all.
Don't do it again. Don't go anywhere in this house by yourself. Now fix your face and I'll come by for you in a few minutes.
But
You're in danger. We all are.
but who?
I hope for your sake you never find out.
Being all cryptic and shit.
Bitch, speak up.
I'm Annabelle Lauren. Were you looking for something?
Not exactly.
Are you the doctor?
No, I'm Lance Schroeder.
The pilot. You've hurt yourself.
Oh, it's just a bump on the head. Which is my room?
I believe this is it.
Thank you, Mrs. Lauren.
Annabelle Lance.
Boy, she be flirting with everybody.
She is a hoe.
Yeah, I think
You
that
were
was
with
pretty
the young
clear.
girl in the cellar. Why was she so upset?
Was she?
And you don't look like the type to go around bumping his head. What really happened, Lance?
Well, Nora thought she saw a ghost, but I didn't see anything.
She was just frightened.
Why is it that every white
mad at
dude
me,
from
I
the
think I
50s look the
kidded her
same?
about.
They all look
I
exactly
wouldn't
alike.
joke about anything else that happened.
Like, they all have the same hairdo,
Don't tell me
the
you're
same
being all
stupid
serious.
fucking...
Haircut.
Yeah, that same block jaw.
Aren't you?
Like,
Well,
they all look the
I'd like
same.
to find out what hit me.
I think that there was
That
a
was, just the,
certain.
that was just the style, man.
But they all look just the same.
Well, I
dude.
think that there was
I
a
need
certain
help.
type
Yeah,
of
I can
casting
buy you.
happening then. Like you could only be cast
Sure, I guess
in
so.
movies back then if you looked that way. You know what I mean?
Right.
Look, what's going on here anyway? I mean, what is with this party?
It was just the
This is no
popular
party. He's
kinda-
planning something.
Like, you know, they
Your
had
husband?
certain looks that you had to
Whichever one it
have.
was.
Well,
be
the fucking
cast.
doctor looks
Pretty
like he
big
could be
if
his
you're gonna lay
older
out
brother.
50,000.
Yeah.
You know what I
Money
mean?
doesn't mean anything. He
And
has a
Vincent
reason
Price is
for
like,
getting us all
he's
these
one
things
that's like
done.
distinct. Like, he looks different.
What for? He doesn't
In
even
ways.
know us.
That and his
Maybe that's
voice
exactly
and his
why you're
mustache.
here.
It's the mustache.
What can he get away with?
Oh, he thinks that big money like his can get away with anything. You know, of course, that I'm his fourth wife. The first simply disappeared. The other two died. Lance, I don't want to join them.
You shouldn't have married him.
You mean he,
Oh, his doctor said they died of heart attacks. Two girls in their 20s.
Well, what can he do?
My husband is sometimes insane with jealousy. Nothing matters to him then. Please be
Because you're a
careful.
whore.
I
be
think you
jealous
give
too.
him good reason
Yeah.
to be
You're
jealous.
literally macking on a pilot right now. Like, hey, what up, dude? Maybe I could be your next wife.
Poor me. I cheat on my husband and then he gets jealous.
Oh no, run away. It's a shadow.
Oh no!
I was in another man's
It's a
room.
very, like, it's a very exciting room. You know
Annabelle,
what I
you're
mean?
missing
Like,
all the fun.
there's a lot of design in that
Nora
room.
Manning was almost killed by a falling chandelier. The pilot bashed his head in.
Is he badly hurt?
The Saturnine psychiatrist bandaged him up. Don't you want to go and console him, as you do most men in your...
I already did.
Yes,
Oh,
so
sorry.
clever,
There's
Frederick.
something on my mouth.
So I lie awake nights wondering why I married you. It was rather a mistake.
You didn't marry me, dear. I married you. Unpleasant, but no mistake.
Hurry up.
Frederick, for the last time, I'm not going to your party.
And for the last time, it's not my party, but yours. And you are going.
I am not.
You ready, dear?
No.
Are you ready, dear?
Yes, damn you.
But you adore me as much if I were poor. No. All you want to be is a lovely widow. It's almost time to lock up the house. Then your party will really begin.
I'm starting to
I
get the
wonder how
impression that
it'll
those
end.
two are pretty toxic for each other.
I'm starting to get the impression that I envy their relationship. Like the way he pulled her hair.
Yeah, that was pretty
She
hot,
just
right?
like, she's just like, mm.
I remember
Now
why.
I remember why I married
I was
you.
gonna say, now I remember. It wasn't just the money.
Yep.
It's close to midnight, Lance.
Okay. I'll be down in a minute.
I met your wife. She wants to bone me.
Who is it?
Your host, my dear.
Who is it?
Yeah, who is it?
It's almost midnight, Nora. We're all going to get together down in the living room.
All right, Mr. Lauren. I'll be right down.
Housekeeping.
I think Vincent Price is already eyeballing his next wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Oh my god. That head looks awesome.
It looks like it's been sitting in water for like fucking a week.
I don't understand why women back then would act that way. They would act and then like throw themselves against the doorway. And
Or
then,
not
like,
run downstairs where you know there's
Yeah.
people.
Right.
Like she's going into this random
Yeah,
hallway.
here we go. Let's go here instead of
Where
where
it's
I need
dark
to
and
go.
creepy. Not downstairs where I know people are.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go into this hallway that I've never been in and is dark and creepy after having seen it.
Oh, look,
head
another
in my
wall I can
suitcase.
press against.
A decomposing head
Mhm.
at that.
Uh-oh.
Come with us. Come with us before he kills you.
Why you went in there to begin with?
Where's Nora?
When
What's the
we
matter?
talk about making stupid decisions.
Just
Don't
like
want to
Faith.
stay here.
Because she walks in the room and looks at everybody like it's their fault.
Yeah. You did this.
Yes, the ghost. Here it is.
That's Jonas Slides and his wife. They've been caretakers here for years. She's blind, you know.
She's blind, you know.
Did you get that?
Looks like we have
That's
a real
why
case of hysteria
she
on our hands.
Floats.
She floats and claws and
Not hysterical.
Yeah.
And she has scabies.
Yeah, because she's blind.
I guess because she's blind.
She's blind.
You don't
know.
understand that? She's blind, you know.
Yes,
Gosh.
she's blind.
Like, I don't know why you have to stand in the middle of a room like this
Yeah.
if you're blind.
You're
like,
blind.
why? Is that a requirement
Or
of
like,
blind
like I
people?
said, why'd she back up earlier? What was the point?
Right.
course.
And, like,
Or
I don't know, is that a
nanny,
requirement of blind people?
this
Like, once a
is
month they gotta go in their
Max
basement and just...
Yeah. She's like, gotta get
You
her
know?
facial expressions out.
It would have been funnier if they would have had her just doing that up against the wall. You know, like the dog looking out the window, the blind dog looking out the window.
Somebody asked her, like, what are you doing? Looking out the window?
You know what? I feel like nobody's done
May I have
an
your
appropriate
attention, please?
parody of this, and
I
we're
think
throwing
you
out a
all
lot of
see
good ideas.
Here's another thing that's throwing me off. Why don't she just leave?
$10,000 apiece.
She's like, you gotta get
If
me out
any
of
of
here.
you
Just
don't
fucking
survive,
leave. They haven't
Well,
locked the
they
doors.
said that they can't
$50,000
leave.
will be divided among
They
us.
haven't
The
locked the
doors are
doors
locked.
yet.
If I
Yeah.
should die,
They said till midnight, and the caretaker should come with us before he kills you.
Just fucking leave.
you will be paid by my estate.
You can leave
When
with
the
the
door is locked from
caretakers.
the outside by the caretakers, we'll all be forced to stay in this house until morning. If any of you decide not to stay, you must leave with the caretakers now. You won't have a chance to change your minds later, because there'll be no way to get out.
Bye, Felicia.
I don't want to stay.
Wait.
Now, who gets up there and lights all them candles?
Blind lady.
That's why she floats.
Yep.
Yeah.
So she can get up there and light those
Yeah, she ain't gotta get up on
candles.
no ladder or nothing. She can just
Raises right up
That's
there.
why she has those claw hands. It's very handy for lighting the
Midnight yet? Who
candles.
told them they could leave?
They never leave before midnight.
Well, they've gone now.
She lit all
I
the
was going
candles
to
up
ask
before
you
she
whether
left.
you wanted to stay or not, but it seems that the caretakers have made the decision for you. We're all locked in now.
But I don't want to stay.
I'm sorry, my
Yeah,
dear,
you
but
had the
it's
chance
too
to
late
leave.
now.
You didn't have to stay there.
Darling, haven't you had enough of the silly game? Get some cars up here for these people and let them go home. But pay them first.
This is your party, remember? In spite of my wife's faith in my ability to do the impossible, we will all have to stay in this house until 8 o'clock in the morning. But we have some party favors for you in these little coffins.
They're guns.
This is my wife's idea. I must say, I think it's rather dangerous. I suppose you all know how to use one of these things, but in case you don't, you just press down on this lever with your thumb and then pull the trigger. You see, they're loaded.
We didn't know that.
These are no good against the dead, only the living.
That's the point, Pritchard.
Doctor? Lance? Nora?
Go ahead, take it.
Miss Bridges? And here's yours, dear.
I don't need it.
It was your idea. Who knows, you may want to use it on me before this night is over.
Throw these guns away. They won't do you any good.
I agree with Pritchard on that point, although not for the same reason.
Dr. Trent, don't you approve of our little party favors?
Suppose Nora had had a gun when she mistook the blind woman for a ghost.
I don't think anyone
It's
else
pretty
is going
fucking
to walk around
convincing,
in
man.
total darkness.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I'm sure.
Blind or
there are
not,
people
man.
running around the house shooting each other, aren't you?
Who knows? Fear makes people do amazing things.
Find out she's blind. I walked up and slapped her. There's no reason for you to be like
Mr. Pritchard.
all creepy and shit.
You said your sister-in-law killed a man and a woman here and cut them up? You said they found hands and feet, but they never found any heads. Would you like to see one of those heads? Would you all like to see one of those heads? Well then,
What?
just follow me.
Her face went from like sweet and innocent to
I'm a
insane
psycho-ass
crazy.
bitch.
Yeah, like in like 0 seconds.
Darling, I really don't need this.
I don't know why he would give him guns anyway.
He wants somebody to get killed.
I do love that they come in little coffins, though.
They did that in the remake too.
Just go look in my...
But you know, for some reason, I always thought that it wasn't guns in the first one, but it was in the remake.
Right.
For some reason, like, but like the first time that I
Well, it was
rewatched
in there.
the first one, I
A
thought
woman's
that-
head.
Nora, I think you're a little upset. Would you care for a sedative?
Get out! Get out, all of you! All of you, get out of here and leave me alone! Just get out of here!
Good lord, calm down.
Listen, woman.
She lost her edge.
It's all right
Give that
to
bitch
leave
some
about
weed.
I wish she'd taken the sedative.
She'd
Give her
probably
some
still be
Midol.
freaking out. It would just
They're
be
closing
slower.
in on her.
Look, Doc, I
Just
think something-
leave.
There'll be a million people around her. But if they wanted her, they'd get her.
Man, he's such a
What if
killjoy
he
in both
Just want to know what he's
movies.
talking
He
about.
is, too. Chris Kattan, dude,
Join
he
me
was...
in a minute.
Dude,
He was over the top.
I don't
though.
give a fuck. He was loved
You,
him
I don't
in the
know.
second-
You
I loved
loved
him
him
in the
so much in
remake.
that movie. I was like, how annoying
I
is he?
loved
But if you
it.
wanna-
My favorite fucking part in that movie too
Do you
is
think
when
there really was?
he smashes that fucking scotch, and he's like,
Like that
"Now,
would be
does
right
somebody
over
else
the
ask
edge.
a question or whatever?" And he's like, "Well, that where does that
Some
leave
say
us?"
there is
Chris
some
Kattan,
machine
out of
called-
scotch, ass.
Just call it.
Thanks.
Are you sure there are only 7 people in this house?
Positive, except for the ghosts.
I don't believe in ghosts, nor in frightening women. In Nora's case, it's gone far enough.
Believe.
Perhaps too
Start
far.
believing in ghosts.
What do you suggest we do about it, Doctor?
Don't frighten her
Start
anymore.
believing in ghost stories. You're in one.
I think Vincent Price is like my favorite character in this,
Oh, for sure.
and he's not a great person.
Well,
either.
him. So I'm gonna go with him and his wife. His wife is a pretty convincing bitch. Like,
This is true. But no, I think it's just him for me. Like
I like
he is,
both. Honestly, I like both of their characters in this movie.
Nora?
Well, I like
I
her.
don't know.
I like her.
I like the doctor.
The doctor.
No, I don't know. I'm enjoying the hell out of him. Just his interactions with all of them. is just killing me.
I just like the doctor. Oh, I don't think it's gonna work against a ghost.
Well, he's like, you quit scaring her or whatever, and Vincent Price is like, oh, yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, I'll stop doing that.
Is that the head?
Of course it is. It's the other head. We already found the one. It's in a suitcase somewhere. Man, you just grab a head out of a closet.
It too, dude.
I have evidence.
Nora, I found the other head.
I think it's the same head.
Is it? Oh, yeah, it is.
The one that was in that box.
What do you know about this?
They've taken her. In a little while, she'll be one of them.
Where's the...
Flops it down.
That's a bloody head.
Like...
Dude, we have no manners, sir.
Pritchard, if you know where she is, you better tell me now.
She's gone. She's gone with them. There's nothing you can do about it.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Been funny if they pan back to that head and it was smiling or something.
Nora.
No. Oh no.
Lay her down.
That rope is not even tight enough to be
Nah,
holding
there's
her
so much
body.
slack.
There's so much slack in it.
Nora?
She's dead, Mr. Lauren. Your wife hanged herself.
Suicide.
Nah. Definitely not suicide.
Nothing about that is convincing.
No.
Suicide. This is the worst acting he's ever done.
Yeah.
One,
Suicide.
where was the chair that she would have been standing on? That she
Yeah,
would have
someone
kicked
would have had
over.
her tied
Tie
around
her
her
up.
neck.
One, the
looped
rope
it over
was way
something.
down to the...
And his
yeah.
automatic consensus is she killed herself. Suicide. No, man.
Oh.
Come on, man.
And even like,
And he's a doctor.
Too much slack.
Yeah.
Like you could see it
What's the matter?
like that. Like
Just stay with somebody. Stop running off to by yourself, you dumb bitch.
Just stay put. Lay down, dude. Go to sleep.
Especially her, like,
Put me in that room.
people keep doing shit
And then
to
he
me
went
in this
away and left
house.
Who?
He thought I was dead.
Who?
Mr. Lord.
Are you sure about this?
I don't know. It was dark, but it must have been him.
Has anybody seen you since he left you?
I heard some people in that room, but I went by and nobody saw me.
Mrs. Lauren is dead. Lauren said she committed suicide.
I have my doubts.
I think somebody killed her.
Him.
I don't think that's gonna help. There's bars.
Just stay in the room with her all night.
They have adjoining rooms. That's handy.
I'm sure you've come to the same conclusion I have.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's all have a meeting.
That guy's
Discuss
got
what
the
to do.
worst acting in this.
The living room?
The doctor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a minute.
You think that's why they gave him like the least amount of lines?
Yeah,
in the
he's
very
like, he just
beginning,
comes
he's
in and like he's reading off of cue cards. Like,
he's like in the very first scene when he had a line, it was no.
yeah, no.
Everybody else had like three
I'll go
sentences.
downstairs.
No.
Now you lock yourself in here and don't let anybody know you're here. If he thinks you're dead, he won't come here. And I'll get back as soon as I can.
Just stay here. Watch some Dick Van Dyke and sit the fuck down.
If you have to,
Just...
you use it.
You know, a secret knock.
He's gonna make bird noises outside the door.
Caw, caw, caw.
I think we concur that caw, tookie, tookie
Tookie,
does
tookie.
not work.
Does not work. Caw, caw, caw. Tookie, tookie.
Put some funk into that.
Can you get down? Because you are embarrassing me.
Caw, caw, and Tookie, tookie did not work. That's good shit.
It's the second time we've quoted that movie watching this.
I love that movie. I'm sorry, but I love it.
You know what? Don't apologize. That movie's great.
So greedy.
Greediest to Head and Shoulders.
So cold.
Secret ingredient.
She's breathing.
You can see her eyeballs.
Fucking creepy.
What are you doing in here? Wait. Don't wait. What do you mean coming in here?
I didn't want them to take her away.
Drunk.
They will if you don't watch her.
You're drunk. All right, out with it, Bridget. Why did you come into this room?
I'm the only one who understands.
Understands what?
Your wife isn't there anymore. She's already joined them.
Bridget, I've had enough of your spook talk. Get out, you sot, and don't come back into this room again.
Done pissed off Vincent Price.
Still to this day, my favorite movie of his is Last Man on Earth. He was so good in that movie. I love that movie. Of all of the like iterations of that book, like I Am Legend, that's the best one. The one
I ain't
that
seen
they
it
did.
in a real long time.
That's the best one.
I think I bought it at the dollar store for like $1 or something on DVD years and years ago.
That's still my favorite movie. of his to
What's
this
her
day.
name? Nora.
Was he in the remake?
I didn't disturb her since I don't think this concerns her.
So.
No, you're right.
Vincent Price? He died way before
Mr. Lawrence.
that.
What did he?
It was not too
Isn't
long
there
after
some way
Edward
we can get
Scissorhands.
out?
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
but
he
During
died right
Edward,
after
it was
Edward
during
Scissorhands.
Edward Scissorhands.
I
Not
couldn't
at all.
remember.
We could try breaking out.
The only door to the outside is made of steel. The bars of the windows are set in solid stone. We gotta stay.
I'm not afraid of your ghosts, Bridget,
You know, him being the owner, you would think he'd have keys to
but I am
get the
afraid.
fuck out of there.
When we came here a few hours
I
ago,
think
the
it
only thing we had in common was a
part of the
$10,000
agreement not
budget.
to. Like it ups the
Now,
stakes.
however, we share something else.
Probably had to give up his keys.
Death of
Would
Mrs.
be my
Locke.
guess.
So far
With
tonight,
him being the fucking guy that knows
one of us was
everything, you would
almost
think
killed
he
by
would
a
just
falling
still
chandelier.
just
Yeah, have
set
like a
key
spare.
just in case.
one of us
I'm
was
just saying.
mysteriously slugged. One of us has been driven to the brink of absolute hysteria. And one of us is dead. Were these accidents? Suicide? And we must stay here for 6 more hours.
6 hours?
Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Strap everybody down to the fucking beds.
Who'll be next? How will it happen?
Pritchard.
Fucking guy.
Let me ask you. a
Telling
question.
you, I like Pritchard.
Yeah, I like him
You were the
too,
first
but
one
it
to
just,
see my
He
wife.
cracks
his
me up,
fucking
man.
delivery.
Did you also see anything? that
That's
you
what
could
I like
climb up
about him.
And then jump.
No.
That's enough time.
Time enough.
Did any of
Like, no concern or
No.
anything.
Yeah.
No.
All of us are going to die within the next 6 hours.
No,
so-
well, he's made peace with it, man. Like,
Yeah, like, that's time
Exactly.
enough.
Time enough.
Wow. She couldn't have pulled herself up there. She couldn't have
No,
dropped
he's
from the
definitely my
ceiling.
favorite because of that. He's like,
Do you think
all
you're
right,
right?
all right,
All right.
that's
Fuck it.
that's what's happening.
No.
That's what I liked
She
about
wasn't mad.
Chris Kattan too. Like, I
By one
mean,
of you.
It is what it is.
I'm just
We're
gonna
out
get
of scotch,
fucking.
though.
I'm gonna just get fucking drunk, and that's what's gonna
Or you,
happen.
Mr. Lauren. To deliberately kill someone, you must have a reason.
We were all strangers to your wife. Only you had a motive for murder.
Yeah, you
What
crazy
husband
son of
hasn't
a
at
bitch.
some time wanted to kill his wife? What husband hasn't had 1,000 opportunities to
I've
do it
never
in such a
wanted to
way
kill
so
you.
that he'd never be suspected? I'm not such a fool.
Just throwing
to
that
hang
out
my wife
there.
from
I have no
stealing
reason.
by a rope.
Might want to throw
Fact
a remote
remains
at
that
you,
you
every now
or
and
one
then,
of
but,
us-
you know.
Murdered Mrs. Lauren.
Hell no.
And that's a matter for the police.
Them things
So
ain't
how do we
cheap.
get the police?
That's my point.
Oh,
We can't
thanks.
until morning. What began as a silly party given by an eccentric has now involved us all in murder.
Maybe a dead battery.
Richard may
every
be
now
right.
and then.
Another murder still works. Let's
Start
stop it now.
saving up
Another
batteries.
Why not? Maybe one of us saw
Thanks.
Oh, we got a dead battery. I'll
Why
just
should
save
even
this
a
for
millionaire
later.
want to give each of us $10,000 to spend one night in a gloomy old house? See some ghosts? Have a party? No.
Have you finished trying me, Doctor?
No. See, there he is with that
Guilty
line
of
delivery.
murder?
again.
Oh, don't say
No.
you're getting us anywhere. Somebody killed Mrs. Lauren. We know that. One of us is guilty, and the rest of us are innocent. Okay. Now, what we have to do
Okay.
for the next
See, the weird thing about this is like the
Anytime
Like-
they have a
Really?
one
I don't think anything.
like line delivery,
I'm
it
just
always
going to my
sounds so
room,
overemphasized, or
and
is
if
it
anybody
just
comes in, I'll
me?
shoot
You say, no.
no.
Okay.
Okay.
Because the innocent will have no reason to leave his room, and the guilty will admit his guilt if he or she does.
And we all have guns.
Yeah, I have a note
All
about
agree?
I wish
What if
this
you gotta
night
use the
were
bathroom?
over.
that. You
Piss
better
on the
pee in
floor.
a. Well, they had those like little things in their rooms, those like urn things that you can like wash up with. You know, people would put water in it.
Well, most of them are guys. They could just open up a window and pee out the bars.
I'll just be on the floor.
Yeah, it's not your house, right?
Right? Ain't my fucking house.
Why does this room smell like piss?
Excuse me.
That's what I said. Like, you got 6 hours. It's already after midnight. That means
They're all
if it's 6
walking all
hours, that means it's
slow.
2 a.m. Just go to bed. Go lay down and go to. Like,
What's
if I was
another
there, I'd be
character
like,
off of
I'm just gonna
Mrs.
go hit the sack for
Huh?
the night,
Another
guys.
character off of Clue, Miss White.
Miss White.
That's the old lady.
If anybody
What's the use of
dies
saying
while I'm
good
sleeping,
night?
though,
Miss
don't
Peacock.
wake me up.
Miss Peacock. No, that's the other one.
Mrs. White was the.
Richard's the only one. who looks
That's
tired.
Mrs. White,
Everybody else
yeah.
No,
is
Mrs.
not.
White.
'cause he's
Was,
drunk.
Mrs. Peacock was the old lady.
Uh,
Mrs. White was the maid.
Nah, that's Mrs.
Night.
White.
Okay.
Colonel Mustard is definitely Vincent Price, though.
Yeah. And then you got Dr. Plume, and then
Plum.
Plume. I'm gonna say Plume.
Plume.
Plum.
He's Plume.
Dr. Plum. Professor Plum.
Professor.
Professor Plume.
Professor, isn't it?
Professor.
It's
yeah.
Professor. With the candlestick.
With that very manly mustache.
Do we have that movie in the box too, Clue?
No.
I don't think so.
Oh, we should. We should.
You say that about a lot of movies, though.
But we should have them.
Yeah, they're remaking it.
Yeah, they are.
Why?
Ryan Reynolds is behind it.
That should be good.
It's gonna be an R-rated Clue movie.
I'm good with
An
this.
R-rated Clue movie?
R-rated.
I'd be
I
good
could
with
I
this,
could
though.
get behind that.
At least that was the plan.
Okay.
From one guy who said that gun's not gonna work against ghosts.
Yeah,
Here he is, sitting in his chair with a gun.
Maybe he ain't using it for the ghost. Somebody tries to creep into his room.
Maybe he's just gonna sit there with the gun, and then like if they roll in on him, he just.
Doc's like, fuck it, I might just go hang here and go sleep.
I'm gonna write my memoirs. It'd be lovely to have a digital device that
The
could do
pilot
this for
gonna
owes
take some
me
notes
for
now.
the bandages $3,000. He's writing up IOUs for what people owe him for
Now,
his.
he's writing down a thing for an award.
Speech.
A Nobel Peace
a Nobel,
Prize.
No, a Nobel award.
Nobel Peace Prize.
Acceptance speech.
Yeah.
Yeah, for his acceptance speech.
He's taking this as an experiment, so he can start writing down things, what's going on.
How to be a better actor. Just say no.
No.
Emphasize the shit out of it.
No.
No.
I'm just gonna wring my hands.
Oh no, more blood.
Oh no, I've been marked again. I'm dead.
That is so dumb.
I bet back then it was scary as shit. Blood on her hand.
What? No, blood is disgusting.
You know, here's my thing. If all this shit's going on, why not all of you guys just stay in one room and stay the fuck awake till 8 in the morning then leave?
Or just all go to your rooms, lock the doors, and
You
Go
okay?
to sleep.
They've all gone to their rooms.
Yeah,
I
but
don't-
there's
2
gonna be.
a.m. I'm ready for bed, dude. Like I'm not up for a murder mystery at 2 a.m. I'm like, dude, I'm like 38 years
Killed
old.
you, and he did
I'm ready
kill
for
his wife.
bed, man. I am.
How can you be so sure?
She tried to warn me, asked me to help her. The doc thinks he's going to try and kill one of us. Now, there must be a way out of this place, and I'm
I'd
going
be
to find
saying
it and get the
fucking wait
police
till 8
before he does.
I know everybody's.
I'm going with you.
It's time to fucking leave.
If he
I'm
finds
putting
out you're
the fuck
alive,
out, then we'll go to bed.
That's what I was gonna
No,
say. Like,
you're
if
safer
you
here
wouldn't
than
sleep in that
anyplace
situation,
else.
you'd be worried about
Just
people
lock
that try to
yourself
kill
in.
you.
True. Then just stay in your room and go to sleep. Just stay awake. And
I don't know. I think
Somebody
Eric's
comes
got a good
knocking,
idea.
you're
You
like,
stay in
"Nope."
the same room.
Just
I'd be
everybody
like Eddie
stay-
Murphy.
stay
Who is
together.
it?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, everybody just stay the fuck together.
Yeah.
And
And then that way nobody can go anywhere. And no, you get a pee, you can go pee in the corner. I don't care.
You see that
Nobody's.
smirk she just gave him as he was leaving? That's that I'm gonna fuck that guy smirk. You know what I mean? Like,
Look at that ass.
look at that ass.
and like him leaving, just no, dude, stay the fuck there.
It's that whole let's
This
split
is
up,
how-
gang.
This is how you motherfuckers die in movies. Y'all
Too
split
curious.
up and you fucking die.
Yeah, too curious.
That's why they call him Whiskers.
They call me Whiskers.
Whiskers.
Why? I'm curious like a cat. Hi. God damn it.
You're welcome.
You know what another
That's
good
twice I
movie
almost
is?
made
You know what
pee
another
your
good
pants.
movie is that we don't have in the box?
What's that?
Monkey Bone.
That's a good one too, yeah.
I ain't seen that movie in a long time.
Yeah. That was Christian. Yep. Yeah.
That's not advisable.
Just stand there.
Yeah.
And let it happen.
I mean, it's going really slow. You could have
Yeah.
got out of your shoes by
Stand
3
there and let it
times.
happen.
Corporate Romano.
Oh my god. I should buy a boat.
You guys want some cookies? It's your fault I died. Now I'm gonna
Come with us.
So everybody's locked in. And all the just I don't even know.
Uh-huh.
Like how did she get out there? How's she floating? Explain these things to me.
She's a vampire now.
So she's gonna be a nice ghost.
She's
like,
a ghost.
I'm not gonna kill you. I'm gonna be nice to you.
understand the point of that.
It's a warning. Leave, Nora. Find a way to
Well,
leave,
you
or
have
you're
to
gonna
fucking-
die.
I
Slide
like
the
you,
rope through
Nora.
the window and let it do its thing, and then slowly undo it. You could have just showed up at the fucking window and been like, "Whoa!"
There she is, hanging though. Explain me how they pulled that off. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, there's a hand.
Why is it?
Why is he so hairy and
Why
creepy
is
looking?
that? Why is it gorilla? Is it a gorilla?
I don't know.
Why is there a gorilla in
I
the
have
house?
no idea why that hand is
I don't
what it
remember there
is.
being a gorilla in any of the
Once,
lore.
'cause we can't say nothing because we've seen the whole movie, but I
No,
don't
but
understand that hand.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There was no gorilla in the lore when he was talking about the house. When he was telling about like the
Or
background.
a monster, or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, there
that
was
is.
there was none of that. There was no there wasn't even there was no hairy guy story. Like there is nothing to get.
It's a
Bigfoot,
It's a
nothing.
werebear.
A werebear. That's gonna start playing. Oh man!
Every
Foreshadowing.
movie that's got a piano.
Run, Nora, run!
Run, bitch, run!
He gonna kill you!
Don't forget to scream.
Right.
Let them know where you're going in the house.
You think she got any more movie roles after this?
Oh,
I'm gonna go no. I'm gonna say no.
Jesus!
One of your anal beads.
It's a little deformed.
Yeah. Are you looking her up?
Yeah, Nora.
Yeah.
Pretty sure she did. I think she had a couple other
Admission
roles.
of guilt, Doctor?
Certainly
She was
not.
only 36 when she
There's either
died.
somebody else in this
Really?
house. or
Don't
one
you
who's
feel
left
bad
it.
now?
1970.
Did you hear anything?
Wow. So she died 11 years after this movie was made. That's
Organ
terrible.
music?
She
That.
was young in this movie.
Someone
though, in her
walking.
20s. Early 20s.
Gotcha. Ready?
You look downstairs, and I'll look up here.
Why not together?
There may be only minutes, seconds left of someone's life.
She shot
Why
herself.
waste time?
Oh my god, really? It's because she didn't get any more movie roles?
That's a
It's
downer.
possibility. I mean,
Well, let's see here.
She's not the worst actress in the movie.
She only did 2 more after this, and I think one of them was a
Softcore porn.
TV show. Yeah.
I don't know why, but I was sitting here thinking that she did another one where she did like that scream.
Hell, that probably
That's why
might
he
even,
was
that
thinking
might
of the
even be
softcore
her
porn.
scream, to be honest with you. That could be a fucking,
Yeah, it could be an
like an audio,
Yeah.
what do they call
clip
those?
or whatever, you know.
Yeah, 'cause I'm just so used to seeing. I'm sure I've
It's
seen
almost
that.
over.
Like the
Scream.
Wilhelm scream.
Yeah.
Every detail was perfect.
Oh shit! That bitch is alive.
Yeah.
I fucking told you.
Somebody did a
What's happening?
minute and 15-second
You've done
video of her super cut of
Perfect
screaming
crime.
every time she screams.
Has she killed him?
Not yet, but she will.
Get me out of this hanging harness. What's taking that girl so long? What time is it?
At first, I couldn't get Nora to want to protect herself with a gun. After you appeared at the window, everything began to work just as we had planned. You were wonderful. Just the touch that finally drove her into complete hysteria.
It'll be worth all of our planning, darling. Where's Nora now? What's happening?
On her way
Another
to the cellar.
detail they kept in
So
the
scared she'll shoot the first thing that comes.
remake.
And Frederick?
That it was her
On
and
his way
the
to the cellar, too.
doctor.
Yeah, no, that's the shitty part. Is like they
David,
give
are you
the
sure
like
none
if
of
you've
them
seen
will
the
suspect
original,
us?
Of what?
you know what happens in the
Hysterical girl
remake and
accidentally
all
shoots
that.
It had been so long since
Who was
I'd
the
seen the
secret we planned
original
it that way
that
that we drove
I
it
didn't
to?
remember that one.
I didn't
watched
see the
remake.
original first, but
Just a ghost party
I'd seen
gag.
the remake
We'll
first.
claim it was a dummy.
I'd seen the
since I
original
touched it.
first,
And the caretakers?
but it had been so
They had no
long.
idea what they were really doing.
What about Nora? She's not stupid, you know.
Darling, believe me, everything we planned is working.
At least in the remake, there were actual
Nora is
ghosts.
sure Frederick murdered
Yeah.
her.
They were like,
She thinks Frederick attacked her in the cellar, not me.
Oh, you
Now
just gave
Nora's
it all
almost out of her
away.
mind with fear.
well, they've seen it,
Heads,
haven't
the
they?
music, you're hanging. I
Well,
tell you when
whatever.
Frederick walks in. you're gonna shoot him.
Like we've literally talked
Take
about
him
this
Spoiler
all the
alert.
time.
David, you ought to be there.
Well, I don't need to watch it no more.
What a dick.
My bad.
Oh
He
shit!
ain't even paying attention. See, look, he just realized that they were lovers. He's like, oh
Yes,
shit,
I
they're
had a
making
feeling
out.
It was some
Come down to the cellar.
shtick.
Well, but even well, can't exactly say that.
What, in this one? Or the next one?
No, in this one.
Oh. Shoot at the door. Shoot the door. You want to shoot the door.
Well, which one?
All of them. Shoot all the doors.
Another door. I like how it just dims. It doesn't go out. Like, what are you scared of? There's still light. We didn't see that coming.
Da da da.
Door slam. Oh no. Who's that?
Someone's coming down the steps.
No.
It's a guy.
It's your lover. Oh, it's Vincent Price.
She wishes
Looks like
it was
a
her
bunch of
lover.
Cardboard boxes.
Huh?
It looked like it was like a couple cardboard boxes.
Oh!
Man, my heart.
Stairs there.
You
I
broke
see
it.
him coming down or whatever. I'm like, that motherfucker's gonna trip and fall.
Didn't see that scream coming.
Right.
Oh,
Calm down,
they're
Nora.
screaming.
What? She's upset. She just shot a guy. just like they had planned.
Push him in the acid. There you go.
Well, I think that's what he was planning to do. He was turning the crank. Man, I like Vincent Price in this movie too. He's definitely my favorite character.
I knew it.
And they use him as top billing, you know, like he's gonna make it to the end.
I knew it. It was Dr. Plume in the basement.
Colonel Mustard?
Well, they already gave that away. You know who the bad guys are now.
I knew. I said it was Dr. Plume.
I love that she's alive now and just wandering through
Yeah,
the house.
like she already knows that what's happened, that it's all good.
What is she wearing
whoa,
exactly?
is she naked?
Oh, no.
Is she naked under that thing?
She ain't naked, but like she's wearing some like skin tight clothing.
It's a very fetching outfit.
David?
I don't know. I kind of like her hair. It looks like some kind of
Maybe.
weird mullet. I seen it earlier. I'm like,
She's got a weird mullet.
I was thinking I hate her hair for that reason earlier.
It is like a weird mullet.
It is.
Yeah.
It's like the 50s version of the mullet. The 50s invented the mullet before the 80s did. That was a trial run.
The trial run.
It's pretty funny.
She's back in the 50s like, I invented the mullet.
We see the floating heads.
Oh shit. Let's get the hell out of here. Or you should get the hell out of here. Oh no, the door's locked.
You come with me.
Come with me if you want to live or die. Well, die, actually.
This shit is so fucking cheesy, man.
This was amazing back in the day. You know how scary this would have
She's
been?
not even screaming.
At last you've got it all. Everything I have. Even my life.
You can see the wires.
Yeah.
The skeleton's
To hold
talking
it
to
all
that.
together.
He's
Come with
talking.
me, murderess. Come with me.
Oh.
There's a scream.
Well, yeah, touched her. That's scream too.
Shut up.
I like how she stumbles, but she continues
The
to
fucking
go
wires on it,
backwards.
dude.
Drop kick! Drop kick!
Push that bitch in.
Slight push. No, I was hoping for a drop kick. You imagine?
That would have been amazing.
That if the skeleton would have drop kicked it, oh man, I would be so much better.
Hiya!
And that sounding effect.
Yeah.
Hey,
Like Liu Kane's flying kick.
yeah.
I like how they reveal the strings like that's the first time we've seen them.
Yeah, right. Or like she wouldn't have seen them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh man.
He's like, yes. Yes.
I got away with it all.
And now you know why I paid everybody $10,000 to get rid of your ass.
Good night, Doctor. Good night, Annabelle. The crime you two planned was indeed perfect.
No, it wasn't.
Only the victim is alive and the murderers are not.
I'd say that's far from
Pity you
perfect.
didn't know when you started your game of murder that I was playing too.
Ooh.
I fucking love Vincent Price.
That is such an amazing line.
It's so bad, but it's so
Mic
good at the
drop
same time.
moment.
Yeah, it's so bad, but it's so good.
I've
That's
shot
what
Mr.
makes it
Lauren.
good.
He does look like
True,
It's
yeah,
amazing.
I know.
I don't think so.
Nah, what would have been better if he was
He's
like
alive.
sitting somewhere like cross-legged with a cigarette, you know, like just chilling.
You didn't shoot anyone, my dear. I loaded your gun with blanks. I can tell you all now. Trent and my wife were planning to kill me. They failed.
You don't say.
They
Then tried to
failed.
throw me in the vat. My wife stumbled and fell. I'm ready for justice to decide if I'm innocent or guilty.
What say you, Pritchard?
Or you can take this $10,000 apiece and shut the fuck up.
So what happened to the doctor? That's my question.
He pushed him in the vat.
He
too.
pushed him in the
Now
vat
there are 9.
because the doctor was going to push him in.
There'll be more, many more.
Are you not paying attention?
No, I was.
Hell no, he's too busy drinking, having fun. Like all that streaming though, it's giving me flashbacks from home though.
And they'll come for you.
Ooh, ah. What? The
Is
end?
it the end?
The end? Oh boy.
Dr. David Trent is wow.
That was
That was something.
that was a ride.
That was a movie.
The skeleton is a skeleton by himself. I never noticed that before. He was a big boy. He did his own acting.
Oh boy. All right. Well, that concludes House on Haunted Hill from 1959.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys had fun watching it or not, but we did. We had fun.
I had a good time.
And we're going to continue to drink for our 100th episode after we're done with the episode because that's what we do.
What did you two think of the movie? Since it was your first watch, I'm interested.
I enjoyed it.
Me.
I mean, for what it is, I mean, it's early horror.
Think about it,
so-
like that was 1959. It's the first time you've seen that any kind of twist like that.
Yeah. I mean,
that would have been the first time people saw
as
like
far,
that kind of espionage kind of thing happening. So
as far as
you
the
gotta give
twist
it credit
goes,
for
goes
certain
in the
things like
movie,
that.
as like the mystery and stuff like that,
Yeah.
yeah, I would have to give it to that. As far as like if I was sitting there watching the movie to myself, I wouldn't get into the movie because like how outdated the movie is.
Yeah.
But as far as like the twist and like thinking about all that and sitting here watching it with you guys, that gives it better experience for me. So I would sit here and rate it probably like a 6.5, 7.
Okay. That's not a bad score, really.
Mm-hmm.
For its age and everything and that. What about you, Jeremiah?
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy this kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's good. Honestly,
Like
we
early
pick
horror,
on
I
it and make
mean-
fun of it, but it's good for its whole.
what
Yes.
it is,
Yeah.
yeah, and what they
what
were
it is.
trying to accomplish
Yeah.
at the time. So I'd probably go about what Eric said,
6.5 or 7.
Yeah.
I agree. Like I don't know what we gave it originally. I don't even. Were we even rating movies with the first episode?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what we went on that. Like I probably would have given it a 7 or something probably.
I can find the receipts.
We don't need these anymore.
Yeah, we're not watching the.
Yeah, we're done with the movie. Oh.
You gave it a 6.5.
6.5. So yeah, I'm on par with you guys. Really.
Yeah.
What'd you give it?
I gave it a 7.
A 7. Okay. So yeah. You want to go? Did you want to go over some of them old notes that you had?
Now that we've actually went through
Yeah.
the movie.
Well, all I was gonna say was, when the doctor says only the guilty will leave their room, and then every character proceeds to leave their
fucking room.
rooms.
Fucking idiots.
Yeah, like I've had like 7 ghosts, 4 men, 3 women, just stuff that I thought I needed to remember because it was the first episode, so I didn't really take notes like I do now. Then add, like of course they're gonna split up. Then I just had all the trivia for it, which we talked about some of that already.
If you guys want to know about all that, just go back and watch our first episode, or not watch because we weren't doing audio.
No.
Or we were only doing audio back then.
Just listen.
Just listen to it.
Yep.
Did you guys discuss the weird, out of place arm that just?
I don't know if we did. Honestly, I kind of forgot about it because it's so dumb and it's
like
exactly what it's completely out of place.
Yeah, like where like King Kong just shows up out of nowhere,
it's this
like
weird, hairy, scary, like
zombie
monster-looking arm.
gorilla arm.
Yeah,
that's all it was.
And then
it's
later
almost like
she
a werewolf
blames,
arm or something.
Yeah, later she blames Vincent Price, and it's like, I don't think he looks like.
Just look at his arm. How hairy is it? Like,
no, who? Like that's another thing. Like when you think back and it said, we talked about there was like that twist where there's no supernatural in this. There's certain things that aren't explained by that plot twist.
Well, I think everything was put in place by the wife and the doctor to make the woman go lose a little bit of her insanity.
It was.
Obviously,
it was. It's just there's always that like. All the murders that had taken prior, the Pritchard thing, like so.
Well, how about the fact that she was like floating outside the window, and then she ran away from the window, and there she was hanging. Like, how did that bitch?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There?
Like, where that definitely had to be part of their like plot twist, but how did they do it? But like, I don't know if their end game is to like make you wonder how much of it was supernatural and how much of it was like their part of their plot, or if you're just supposed to go, it was all them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I don't. That's the one part of this that I'm kind of like lost on, I guess, a little bit.
Well, no way.
It's
to
never really
explain it
been
out.
clear to me.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's pretty much the end of our episode.
Yeah.
But tell you what, though, next week we have a big task ahead of us because we are going to watch the original Little Shop of Horrors and the remake of the Little Shop of Horrors, the musical, and that'll be interesting. I've only seen the original once. I've seen the remake 100 fucking times because it's one of my. It might be my favorite musical of all time.
Never seen the original, and I only have seen the remake. It was at the beginning of our relationship, I think, because you made me watch it.
Yes, sir.
I've only watched the original or the
one.
remake maybe fully once or maybe twice, and that's because Karen's made me watch it.
Yeah.
And
there's a common theme happening.
The original I have not watched.
It's twice now in the same conversation because Karen made me watch it.
We are going to watch that, or we're doing it next week. Not this coming week, but next week.
So the 23rd?
Yeah.
Be that day?
Yeah.
Which hopefully, if I'm working over, I'll be here on time. It's just I'll be rushing.
Huh?
I won't be on.
I think Madison's going to be here for that one. I think. Yeah. Unless he's working over, then you might have to be here.
Well, if I'm working over, I'll still be here. It's just I'll be
tired.
Yeah.
I don't want tired, Eric.
If you ever need me to fill in, dude, just tell me.
Jeremiah is ready to join the podcast full time.
I know.
He's like just counting the days down for Madison to go to the Navy so he can take her fucking place. Like, when's this bitch leaving?
We need a calendar back.
Yeah, like 90 days.
Last day. Or whatever, and you see me
just behind her, like just marking them off, like, all right, Madison, there's another week down. All right, so as usual, we will be back next week, but we're gonna do a double feature, and it'll be our 101 pod. Mm-hmm. So it'll be our almost starting a new season, kind of. Only the same old shit. It's kind of like the difference between Friends season 1 and Friends season 2.
I've never seen it.
I don't know if we should call it a pod or if we should call it an episode.
I call them pods. That's just what I call them.
Maybe we can call them peds.
Peds. Well, I call them pods because they're podcasts. So, but anyway, thank you so much. Like I said, man, we appreciate every one of you, and thank you so much for sticking around and being here for us for this. and being here and just supporting us. Alec, dude, special shout out. And I'm pretty sure these guys especially should be
Oh yeah, we're very
thanking
happy
you
for you, man.
because
you're,
you're
our
the
DD
guy.
tonight.
So for everybody else who doesn't know, Eric, Karen, and Jeremiah came here with the intention to drink with me for the podcast and everything. And Alec is the one who gave them the ride, so they, obviously because we don't drink and drive.
Yeah, so
he's their DD for the night.
He's our superhero today.
Yeah, which is awesome. Thank you, Alec. You're awesome.
He's been our superhero for the podcast ever since we started. And
Yeah,
he's
100%.
been our
He's always
superhero,
supported us,
especially today.
Yeah,
So
always supported us. All right. Anyway, you guys have yourselves a wonderful week, and we'll see you for our 101.
Yes.
cheers.
Right.
See
Yeah.
ya.
Cheers.
Goodbye.
I'm out of drink.
Bye.
But bye.